Hi, Luminaires. How is everybody doing out there in the world of YouTube? It's so nice to have you here. My name is Jamie Butler. I am a medium, a trance channel, and an author. I've been doing this work for over 30 years, and one of my biggest passions is to normalize the woo-woo, to get you the information in a very digestible way. Hence, I trance channel a spirit guide, Maitland, who is very youthful, playful, downright silly sometimes. She presents herself as a 9-year-old. She doesn't have to, but she does that to help get the big hitting information across to you where you're listening to it with a smile on your face. So if this is not your jam, you might not find this as your thing to listen to, but if you enjoy a smile, a happiness, and informative energy about the subtle light energy, especially around September and what it's bringing, you're in the right place. If you want to have a transcript of today's message, you can go to my website at jamiebutlermedium.com and you can sign up for my newsletter. It just comes out once a month. It has all the information on it. In fact, Colleen Ziegler puts it together and it's beautiful. She's here today off screen. Have her say hello.
Hi, everyone.
There she is. I'm not alone today. We also have Peter Lombardi in the house.
Hi, everybody.
Just so you know, the physical beings in the room today. If you are sensitive and watching somebody do trance channel work, meaning that you are an energy sensitive person, and even though we're not in the same room like we are with these two beautiful souls, you are going to feel a shift in your own body. If you like it, ride it out, enjoy it. If you're a little kind of overwhelmed with it, just take some nice deep breaths, drink a little something hot, coffee or tea, and maybe nibble on a little bit of chocolate. If you're interested in learning how to trance channel, my next series, Approaching Trance Channeling, is going to come up in January. So I know that's a little far out, but you have time to think about it and see if it's something that you want to work with. It's a 16-week series, so I can find you over there. I love seeing everybody chatting it up. Thank you so much for being here. So Maitland today is going to talk about, well, the energy that's supporting us here for September, but also about which chakras are going to be challenged, needed, and supported, what crystals will help boost that energy or help dampen that energy that could be overwhelming, as well as giving you an aromatherapy recipe for the month to help bring in those frequencies that are going to keep you in alignment with what you want to manifest in your life, because it can get a little overwhelming out there. I'm sure you sensitives know exactly what I mean right now. Okay. I won't keep you too much longer. I'm going to do a sound check. I've been talking for a little while. Can everybody hear okay? Hi to everybody in Canada, Colorado, Europe. I see you guys. All right, we're good? Okay, I'm going to take off. We're all right? I got nervous before doing this month's message. I thought, oh my gosh, take my glasses off. Okay, if you don't mind, if we could just take a nice big deep breath together. Everybody breathe in. Just softly hold it in your body. Relax your shoulders. And let it out. Just a gentle reminder, if you really enjoy supporting this type of work, trance-channeled messages, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend, or even hit the notification bell so you know that when we go live each month to share the energy update. We also will have Maitland coming in next week to teach a class on, is it next week? We have to talk about that. To teach a class on the crystals that are going to be talked about in today's
next week.
Session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the class link is posted in the description.
Colleen is on it. I will see everybody another time because I'm going to take off. Enjoy. I had to relax. Okay. I feel stiff, like a robot. Like I need oil, like the Tin Man in
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. I couldn't think of the name. Oh, I like it stretch. Hi, everybody. My name is Maitland, Maitland, and there's something special about today's energy channeling is that everybody who's on the chat thread are subscribers and not just not the members only. It used to be members only, and we thought we would open up because there was so much wonderful feedback of Luminaires who really wanted to contribute to the conversation. And I want to invite that if you need more clarity about what I'm sharing with you today for the month of September, you can please type it in the chat thread because Colleen will see it and she'll help us go back and make sure that you understand everything that's coming through. That's one thing live and not having it recorded, because sometimes I see things very clearly. And all of a sudden you're listening to me as a human and you have a different perspective and viewpoint and you don't understand what I'm talking about. Your feedback on that. So we're going to talk all about September. If you've been watching before, I commonly say, put your seatbelt on. Well, I'm going to say this time, you can just take your seatbelt off. And just unclick it and stretch, take a walk, go on vacation, spread your wings a little bit, and take a deep breath and settle in. See how it feels to have your body just nestled into something comfortable, because a lot of the energy that is being kind of like rolling in for September is very supportive. It's a lot of mental body and spiritual body energy. So we're going to have to do a lot of conscious awareness, just being aware of what you're thinking and how you're holding your mental body. The spiritual body, it's like fluffing a pillow. September's energy is like, you just fluff up your spiritual body and it's going to get bigger. So you're going to have a lot more awareness around your sensitivities and your natural intuitive abilities. And so we'll talk about how to manage that as well. I think it's funny when we separate the energy updates and go, this is July, August, September. Like there are hard boundaries between the transition of each month, because there's not. They just blend in. And we're coming off of August, which is like pretty gripping. You know, a lot of mixed timeline feelings, a lot of emotional ups and downs and insecurity, and just a few of those. So you're coming off of it, and there's only, I would say, just a small pocket of energy that's going to burst in the center of September. That might be a little irritating, is what you would call it. I wouldn't say chaotic, I would say irritating. And that irritation, you might see it pop up in social media or in the government or the wars that are happening right now. Yes, I said plural because there's more going on that you aren't aware about. So it's very kind of you to want to think about global peace and on a daily basis, taking your thoughts, your love, your emotions, and energy and putting it into the core of the earth and letting that energy just burst up and bleed out to the surface of the earth and giving her more attention so that she can manage some of these bigger shifts that are happening. So, mental body and emotional body. One thing that you are going to hear that you might not like, and I hope I can change your mind on this, is that your Mercury is going in retrograde for pretty much the whole month, washing over it. And a lot of sensitive people go, I don't like that. I want to hide when that happens. But this one's different. Still not great news, but I'm going to tell you that it's going to be stronger than ever. So you're like, where's the good news, Maitland? The good news is that when Mercury is in retrograde this time, its friend Jupiter is going to be feeding it a lot of energy. And Mercury, when it's in retrograde this time, what do you call it? It's in its house. No, not his house. Sign. It's in its sign that it likes. The sign that is its domain. Virgo. And that's what makes it really big and powerful. But what turns it into this spiritual fluff session is Jupiter. Jupiter is this big energy. It embellishes, it makes things bigger, but it's also kind of known as a guru, a teacher energy. So imagine that for the month of September, when this retrograde is happening, it's really a ricochet of energy off of Jupiter that's coming through and doing the guru energy, the being conscious, being spiritual, more awareness. When commonly Mercury is all about your head and about your intelligence and about kind of messing with you and really about how you do things, the process of how you do things is kind of known in other cultures actually as the Buddha. So we have the Buddha showing its big presence, and then we have the guru that's coming into making it really big. The Mercury is the mental body. So you're going to be going through a lot. You can imagine that's the part that's going to be challenged. And so naturally, it's going to be your solar plexus, the yellow one that's up underneath your ribs that deals with your personality, your character, your laughter, your humor. It's that chakra that says, who am I? So that one's going to be challenged as Mercury is in the retrograde and is kind of twisting and wringing out the mental body. So you might find throughout September that you're mentally tired. And you might just discover that some of the tasks that you've been doing fairly easily throughout your life, you no longer want to do them anymore. The mental tasks, maybe the way that you write a routine or the type of work that you do within a job or how you keep a schedule or how you study. And so you just want to go, I'm done with this and I'd like to create a path of ease. And some of you might feel the energy of surrender, mental surrender, not a physical surrender or emotional. It's just like your head goes, I'm kind of tired of thinking all the time, so I'm just going to quit. What a benefit that is. That's very nice because then that leaves you a lot more room to develop different mental structures that support who you are today, not who you were when you created them or who you were when you learned how to do them. So I'm very grateful for that energy, but it's also in this month of kind of mental compression. Think about globally what that would look like because I'm speaking in global terms, not just regional to certain countries. When this is happening, then we start to look at truths. So the truths will start to boil up. There'll be a deeper awareness collectively. And this means because Jupiter is feeding that spiritual energy, that guru teacher energy, that alignment, the oneness, the heart energy, the love thyself energy, the focus of that mental clarity of truth is going to be on topics like uncovering the truth about medicines or about diseases, why they're there, where they came from, what happened, the truth about foods. You know, the food triangle. It's not called a triangle.
Pyramid.
Pyramid. The food pyramid. It's not true. It's not true. But it was taught for a long, long time, and still many people believe in it. So the truths about food and what they do for you and what's good for you and what's not good for you is going to start coming out. And this is going to start shaping how people begin to heal. It's going to change the healthcare industry, and it's going to actually eliminate some of the products that are being manufactured and processed and made because globally people are more aware of their choices and as a whole saying, no, we don't want that. We don't want to be fed that. We don't want to be told that anymore. We know the truth. We're not going to go there. And so instead of going, well, it's easy and it's cheap, I'm going to buy it anyways, people are going, no, I'm going to have to work harder and spend a little bit more to get something that's going to make me feel better and that I can stay healthy. So this kind of uncovering of the truth in this arena for September is a new do you say forefront? That sounds like a funny word now when I say it. It's on the forefront. Nope, I'm going to pick a different word. When this gets uncovered in September, it starts a new movement on healthcare, healing, and the spiritual awareness and how it is linked to the physical body. That is going to be very good for all of us. So, to get back into what's going to be challenged, the solar plexus. So, with the solar plexus, that's the whole my character, who I am. And September's energy is just going to apply pressure to that mental body that feeds the solar plexus. And the pressure isn't overwhelming. Like it's not going to make you fall apart and question everything, but it is going to be more like a cheerleader feeling, like a motivational speaker feeling. When you listen to something you really like and you put a smile on your face and you're like, I'm going to do that change. And that change is going to be easy because I want it. That's the feeling I'm going for. That's why I was like, you can take your seatbelt off this month, because a lot of what's coming to you is going to be in agreement and supporting you shifting. So I would say carry around Mookaite, as it's really good in the balancing and the sweetness of kind of letting go of old patterns and old ways of thinking, because that's really what is creating the sharp pain, suffering, conflict. If you notice any pain, suffering, and conflict in your mental body for the month of September, you just simply ask yourself, well, what am I holding on to that's not working for me anymore? Acknowledge it, and most likely the energy will shift into cheering you on to change it. And you'll start to feel really good about changing it. And you'll say, that's exactly what I want to do. So, feels good. Oh, I have Mookaite. This is it. It's got yellow and oranges and mauve. It's a whole bunch of different colors. It's a form of jasper, and it's easy to find. And you can get small pieces. It doesn't have to be large pieces. No matter what the size of the crystal you have, the frequency is going to be the same and equally as powerful. And I would keep it on me because you can't really escape your mental body and your solar plexus. So it'd be nice just to keep it on you, keep it in your pocket. I wouldn't really grid your bed with it. So we'll talk about what to put around your bed in a moment, but I would definitely carry it because it's going to give you that, sorry, that was loud, balance of energy. And then you won't have to wrestle your thoughts so much.
I have a question for you, Maitland.
Yes.
It comes from Amy Willis. Is September going to be a good time for those of us who know the truth in regards to health and wellness for us to share with others? Will people be more open to hearing about it?
Yes, Amy. Yes, you're right. You'll have a bigger platform. And when you end up with a bigger platform, you'll start to build a more solid foundation. For those of you who are in the field, like in a business as an entrepreneur, did I say that right? Entrepreneur, that you will feel way more supported. Your clientele will show up. You'll find that in your work, it's not just about the one-on-one and the healing aspect. It's really going to be a broader education. People are hungry for the education and the knowing. And so you might find yourself talking quite a bit. So just if you can, we would love for you to keep up with it and keep sharing as much as possible to help others come to their own awareness.
She says thank you with a big heart.
You're so welcome. Then we get the chakra that's going to be needed. And that's just one below. That's the sacral chakra, the orange one that's just beneath the belly button. And that's where the emotions are. And the one why I picked this chakra as being needed is because I feel for the month of September, it would be best to keep your emotions calm. This is a mental month. Oh, that sounds funny in different languages. It's a mental body booster and spiritual body booster. So if we can keep our emotions in check and just keep them calm, don't pacify them, don't ignore them. I'm not saying that, but I am saying you acknowledge them, but you keep them calm and in check. Just say, I see you, but we don't need to blow up right now. Let's just sit and be with this and observe how it unfolds. And some of the stones that work really well for that I chose is moonstone. That would be great if we had a theme that all the stones began with MOO. but just these two, moonkite and moonstone. Moonstone comes in a variety of different colors. It can be cream, kind of silverish, peachy, orange, but they're really, really soft. It has this sweet way of saying, I'll help you balance your emotions. It's all right. Take a deep breath. Instead of this punch of energy or this invigorating of, you have to say how you feel so people know who you are. Because that's not what September needs from you. It's going to give you a bunch of energy for your mental body. So, for those of you who are imbalanced, your emotions will start to flare up, saying, I need to be seen now. I got to get big. But if you can just say, let's try to take a 30-day vow just to stay chill and really watch and observe